This is part 2 of starting over at 45. Yesterday I went live on YouTube and I was live for like 12 or 13 minutes, but it only posted 7 minutes of it. So it was kind of left incomplete. If you want to watch part 1, which I feel was really good, go look on my lives. Like there's like little tabs and you could look at like shorts, videos, live. That's part 1, but part 2 I'm putting it on my page and actually filming it. I'm not going to go live. So just to recap a little bit, part 1 I was just talking about starting over at 45 and why I think that it happens. And at the end, after I made all of my points, I was just wanting to give you the permission to look at your life and ask yourself, am I who I want to be? Is the life that I'm living the life that I always dreamed about? Am I living to my highest potential? You know, these are tough questions to ask. Are the things that I am doing, are the places that I am involved in, are these the places that bring me the most joy, that are fulfilling my life? And I know for me, at 44, I had my spiritual awakening, and many changes came after that. Changes in my friends. I ended up moving, and there was just a lot of life changes. But I feel like being in your mid-40s, you finally have the courage to actually do something about it, if you are brave enough. And I say that because it does take a tremendous amount of courage to make changes in your life that could affect your relationships with your family, like your extended family, that could affect maybe changing your job, like just switching things up. And I'm gonna be the first to tell you that these changes are not easy. But staying in the same place when you know it's time to go, staying in the same place when your heart is screaming at you, that is more painful than the change. Because once you get on that other side and you start to feel the fruits of your sacrifice, that second half of your life feels so good. It feels so good. And that's kind of what I was going after. I knew that I needed to be true to my heart, and I didn't know all of the answers, and I didn't know what lied ahead of me. But I knew that I had to honor my heart, and I knew that if I stayed in situations that were no longer serving me, that I would just become bitter, and I was becoming bitter. So I gotta keep like switching hands here. And so I wanted to just give you the permission to start over at 45. One of my biggest regrets in my 20s was thinking that I was running out of time and too old because I was about to be 30. And then I went through my whole 30s like, oh my gosh, I'm about to be 40 and there's still things I haven't accomplished. And now I'm 46 and I'm finally realizing that it was never about that. It was about enjoying the journey and not always looking ahead at where you should be, could be, would be. And so now at this age, we get to honor that. We get to honor it because we're finally at an age where we realize that it matters and that time is going to keep on going anyway. So we might as well try to create the best version of our lives now and not worrying about what other people think of us, of our lives, of our decisions. It does take a lot of courage, but it feels so good to know that you honor that. So this is your pass. This is your hall pass to make whatever changes you need to make and to really look at your life and ask yourself, am I who I want to be? Is this the life that I want for myself? And if not, make that change. Be brave enough to make the change. Find other people who have gone through what you went through. I would not be here today if there were not people on the internet that put their stories out there that helped me to know that I was not alone. And sometimes I feel ashamed to share my story because I fear the judgment. But then I think of all those people that shared theirs and it helped me tremendously. And so those are the people I'm going to start thinking about, because I have been holding back. And I still do fear what people will think of me. Look at the difference in the lighting. But anyways, go watch part 1 and let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Where are you at in your mid-40s? What are the things that are really pressing on your heart? I know I'm thinking about my children, their future, and I'm thinking about legacy. Hold on, a car's coming. Thinking big time about legacy and what I want to leave behind for my kids. Not material things. What are the lessons? What are the values that I'm gonna leave? So that presses a lot on my mind. And then just my purpose. What am I meant to do for the rest of this time? How can I serve? And so I'm just coming back to YouTube to just share these stories. I'm gonna be walking every morning. So we'll have a little series, Walks with Lily. But let me know your thoughts. Go watch both videos and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.